inspirational, go to great quotes on Twitter on the Mike Bathurst page. It's a list, and every day you'll find inspiring stuff on there. I cannot always control what goes on outside, but I can always control what goes on inside. Do you know who said that? That was Wayne Dyer back in the day. Fail forward, fail fast, adapt, win. All about Jesus. Hello, hello. I noticed you came on today. That was good to see you coming up. Well done. We need more and more people doing that, by the way. You know, the days of just being in the comments are great and they're supportive, but we need more broadcasters coming up, which is, especially as we're rebuilding, it has definitely changed the format here. Would you agree? You are living in a time of great change. Learn to be more open to new ways of thinking. Believe in the knowledge awakening within your deepest core of consciousness. May you find moments of deep stillness in these times of social distancing. Randy Goodwin. Hello. Howdy, Michael. Hi, Karen. How are you? Thank you for being on last night with Tony D. That was good. I hope you're, in a good place right now, because I know many people during Christmas are not doing well. It can be hard, right? Let's hit the next one here. Some people can't think, right? They're frozen. They're frozen in their thoughts. Other people can't stop thinking. What camp are you in? Are you in the I can't think because I'm frozen? Oh, that's good. Do you want to share what happened? Were you just having a bad day? Poor Rick yesterday, chasing his mother around. That couldn't have been fun. So are you in the camp, I can't think, or am I in the camp, I can't stop thinking? Oh, I'm glad to hear you're better. What made it better for you? Did you spend some time alone? Did you go for a walk? Did you call someone that you really care about? Did you watch a good piece of footage in the sense of something inspirational? The miracle is the more we share, the more we have. Do you know who said that? The miracle is the more we share, the more we have. That was Leonard Nimoy. Rick is in the house. Hi, Rick. You at work today? Working away? I decided to do a lunch broadcast today. I haven't done one in a while. Thought it might be good. We'll do a little bit of inspiration, especially on Friday. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for the award. I appreciate that. I always appreciate the words. Thank you. Yeah. You do like call center stuff, right? Doubt everything. Find your own light. Yes. I believe in that. Don't take everything, at face value or what someone tells you. Think about it. Ponder for a while before you make a decision. Super tired, didn't get mom to bed till 3 a.m. Oh, my Lord. Warrior Grandma, good to see you. Glad you're here. Always try to lead with kindness and compassion. Be humble and helpful in this life of service. Please think before you speak words full of anger. Don't use rage to get your point of view heard. True leadership is being aware of your customers' needs. So always be open to listening more than speaking. Is that a true statement? 3 in the morning is pretty tough. If you're chasing someone around at 3 in the morning, that's not good. Usually if it's 3 in the morning, someone has usually had lots of beverages, so they may not be that difficult to chase. Is anybody on Twitter? If you're on Twitter, please tell me, because I would love to follow you and support you and shout you out. So, Rick, I know you are. Do you post on Twitter? I know you post on Facebook. So is Facebook one of your best outlets for you for interaction? I know she got a lot of comments. Oh, he that cannot forgive others breaks the bridge over which he must pass himself. For every man has the need to forgive. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that. How do you feel about that? Do you believe that we break bridges by not forgiving? I think sometimes you have to set clear boundaries with people. Yeah, I probably post more on Facebook than Twitter. See, I'm the direct opposite. I post on Twitter like crazy. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. That was C.S. Lewis. Do you believe that to be true? So, Rick, what is your strategy with your mother, if you don't mind discussing it? Is that something that's going to get worse? Is it going to go away? I'm curious. Unfortunately, it is a very common thing. Okay, someone sent this to me, so I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Don't let the cruelty in others kill the kindness in you. I like it. I think it's good. Don't let the cruelty in others kill the kindness in you. Do you believe it to be a true statement in your life? This is something I wrote a while ago. Never stop moving in the direction of your wildest dreams. Let your mind be free of all forms of worry and regret. Choose to believe in the power of positive thinking. Let your life be a reflection of the love awakening within you. And All About Jesus says, yes, the Bible says we must forgive if we want to be forgiven. It can also cause us sickness in our body. Holding anger, unforgiveness can make us mentally and emotionally sick. Well, I agree with that, but I think stress is the greatest killer, if you must know the truth. Through my eyes, right? My perception. If you're constantly stressed having someone in your relationship, that you feel like a forced relationship, I don't think that is healthy. So many families get together at Christmas, and there's always individuals that don't get along or have held a grudge for the last 20 years, or that can't be healthy. And very few people get therapy. And then you mix alcohol in the mix, and what do you have? You have craziness. Stevie Wonder, hi, good day. Hopefully you're having a good day. Sympathy may come from a good place, but it's simply, yeah. Okay, this person's saying that it masks pains. Empathy is what bypasses the ego, share reality, and make a call to greatness. Yeah. Well, I am a man of fixed and unbending principles, the first of which is to be flexible at all times. I like that. That's kind of funny. That's like a conflicting statements, right? I'm a man of fixed and unbending principles, the first of which is to be flexible at all times. I like that. I think when it comes to loved ones, unconditional love is good. But I think it's hard on your sanity at times. What do you guys think? Oh, wow. Okay. This is Turtle Breeze. If you are single and you have no desire to connect with anyone on an intimate level, it means this time is for you to create, for you to heal, for you to find and discover more about yourself. Don't force any connections. Your time to love again will come. Remember, love is patient. Is that a true statement? I think it is. I think you have to know when to heal yourself. We should all live each day the best we can, as we aren't promised tomorrow. I agree, Karen. I do. So, what are some of the goals that you guys have for 2022, or do you not believe in that? I set goals for 1 year, 2 years, and 5 years. I always try to see the landscape 5 years in the future. And I'm always trying to build something now daily because I think it's daily steps to get you there. Stevie Wonder says, I only live one day at a time. Well, a lot of people do that. And as long as you're happy with that and that keeps you in a happy place, like you're okay with that, that's fine. Other people, that would drive them crazy. To be the best person I can be in 2022, Karen says. Yeah, well, that's good advice. But even that is subjective, right? What you may consider to be the best person may not be to someone else. I think you should always try to be truthful to yourself, and not worry too much about the opinions of others. Because if you worry about the opinions of others, I think you'll never really truly be happy. Figure out what you're comfortable with. I think that's the key, right? Find out what, makes you feel centered, happy. Well, thank you for the love burst. I appreciate that. What kind of things make you guys happy? Are you in the grips right now of being a little depressed? Maybe depressed about your weight or where you're living. Maybe you're looking for, new forms of love in your life. Maybe you've lost a pet. Maybe you've lost a loved one. My goal is to lose 50 more pounds. Wow. Well, 50 pounds is a lot of weight. I think I've lost 30 to 35. And then the key is keeping it off, right? Because I think what happens is we get comfortable and we're excited about what we've lost. And, diets aren't great. I think you need to change your lifestyle. So you have to say no to a lot of things, especially as you get older. Because the immune system, right, I think functions a lot better when you eat less as you get older. You can't pollute the body with too much. The other thing I've realized, if it comes in a box, it's probably not good for you. If you're looking for foods that are alive, rich in nutrients, that have good energy in them. I don't know if I don't eat chicken anymore, or pork, or beef. I do eat some fish, but not too much. The sad truth is, no matter what you eat, you will have someone say that isn't good for you. And this is funny. You're not that big, sis. What is a healthy weight, right? Oh, someone sent this to me as well. I'm going to read this. The ones that know how much the little things matter are everything in my world. Do you agree with that? The ones that know how much the little things matter are everything in my world. To show love to the unlovable, as we will be better blessed for having done. So do you believe in karma, Karen, or do you just believe in, deeds of, see, I think some people just have a code of being kind and patient. And I think one of the greatest things you can, what you reap is what you sow. One of my favorites, from the Bible is God's delays aren't God's denials. And I truly believe in that. I think, we have to be patient in this life. It's not easy. I don't think it's easy for anyone. I love this quote. I'm going to read this to you here. Fire can warm or consume. Water can quench or drown. Wind can caress or cut. And so it is with the human relationships. We can both create and destroy, nurture and terrorize, traumatize and heal each other. And I think that's so true. Fire can warm or consume, water can quench or drown, wind can caress or cut. And so it is with the human relationships. We are both create and destroy, nurture and terrorize, traumatize and heal each other. That's deep. That's Bruce Perry, Dr. Bruce Perry. Very nice. I love this one. Unexpected kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. Oh, I love that too. The tongue can slice you like a knife. And I think we have to be incredibly careful of the words we use because we can use them, like you just said there, like weapons. And I think when we're emotional and we're sad and we feel that we've been misunderstood, then we lash out and we don't really listen. And I'm hoping, in the years ahead that I become better and better at listening and looking at the subtle clues of people's energy, right? Because you can see it in their face, their body movement. You can see sadness in eyes. You can see excitement. Where your grandma says, I have been in a bad depression for a while. So when you say a while, how long? A year, 2 years, a couple weeks? Because life can wear you down, especially as you get older. Yeah. Mary says the power of life and death is in our tongue. Yes. I think it's also in our actions, don't you? I think the things that we do daily and the things that we think daily orchestrate where we end up. Yeah. The Bible is great, don't get me wrong, but you also have to be willing to think outside the box for yourself at times too. I was a huge studier of the Bible when I was younger. And then I started studying different religions. And I highly recommend just always being open-minded, Many of the lessons, if you go to the meaning. Okay. Yeah. I think we can. Oh, Ash, how are you? Ash, are you available to come up for a few minutes? Listening while working. What kind of work do you do, Ash? I still want to do something with you once a week. Even if we do it for like 20 minutes, it would be great. Just exchanging our energies, I think that'd be excellent. Every once in a while, you meet someone and their energy meshes well with you. And there's just good fluidity. I have that with Alex. Yeah. Sometimes Tony D, sometimes James. It depends on their moods. But if they're in the right mindset, it's excellent. Take each day as it comes, as you never know if you will be around for the next one. It's true, but I think we should also count our blessings every day. All right. I promised that I would support him. Please support Bernie if you can. All right. And that's Vanita's partner. I don't know. Good friend of mine. I think he's called the Real Ted Hicks on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, this is one of my favorite people. There you go. And we were just talking about this, right? Today is a gift. It really is. One of the best broadcasters. Haven't seen her that much recently on Happs. Here we go. J.J. Walsh. And I think I saw her come back the other day. I think it's the same person. Dina D. She was a huge contributor of Happs at the beginning. And there you go. Don't forget, Happs is love. And Lenny, I guess, did 10 hours of broadcasting. Oh, my God. I'll do 1 hour, and I'm like, that's enough. So I don't know. I would run out of things to say after 10 hours. The broken will always be able to love harder than most. Once you've been in the dark, you're going to appreciate everything that shines. I'll read that one more time. The broken will always be able to love harder than most. Once you have been in the dark, you're going to appreciate everything that shines. Oh, you had an experience with her. What kind of experience? It doesn't sound good. The other thing is, too, is anybody blocking anybody right now? I've unblocked everyone that I was blocking before. I was only blocking 2 people. And some people love blocking. Like I have people that I correspond with on here, and they're gladly blocking about 50 people. I would love to see in the future, in the new year, that we don't block people. Now, if you have to, and these people are being incredibly rude to, do it. Like, but if it's just over, a small fight or a difference in opinion, this one is funny. Sometimes people pretend you're a bad person so they don't feel guilty for how they treated you. Do you believe that to be true? I'll read it one more time. Sometimes people pretend you're a bad person so they don't feel guilty for how they treated you. 100% facts. Yeah. Now, I'm really excited about us being able to play videos again and us being able to post pictures. I believe that's going to be happening in the new year. And once we get some of those features back, I think you'll see some of the people come back. And that's my hope, is that people will start coming back, flocking back, finding their way. Hard truth. You can read all the books, go to therapy, work on your communication, process your past, and you will still be misunderstood. Some people still won't like you. Some of your relationships will end. You will still experience pain. Life will still be hard sometimes. You will still experience difficult emotions. I have a Twitch account, but haven't used it, as it seems complicated. You'll figure it out. It's no worse than this. It really isn't. It's just a learning curve. You can do it. I wish that Twitter had more features like it did when it was Periscope, but they don't. They've stripped it down too. You can't even have a guest on Twitter unless you do Twitter Spaces, which is audio, and I believe that's still only 24 hours. Is that what it is? 24 or to 48? I don't know. I love this one. I don't know if you guys have heard of the teacher called Latsu. And kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. Hello, Anne. How are you? I have not talked to Anne for a long time. Your cooking shows are doing phenomenal. Well done. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. I will invite you up. I would love to talk to you if you're open to talking. I think in all the time that I've been on Happs, I have only had Anne on once. Just once. All right, let's do this. There we go. And see what he's doing. I haven't invited him for a while either, especially on Friday. Let's do that. See how that works. So, Anne, are you doing any cooking shows in the near future? I've noticed that they're showcasing the cooking shows more often. What's up, dude? Hi, Kevin. How you doing? All right. This is like a little note. You ready? She said, I didn't want to call you while I was drowning. I didn't want to pull you down with me. I said, I'll hold your hand no matter the depth. Isn't that sweet? I'm baking tomorrow, I think. Christmas cookies. Yes. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, for sure. No doubt about it. All right. Their reaction to holding them accountable is not your burden to carry. Do you believe that to be true? So when you hold people accountable, do they sometimes call you crazy, controlling, any of those emotions? Because that happens a lot of times. If you call people on their stuff, they don't like it. So here we go. This is called the 1 hour of power. Use this formula for any energy boost any time of the day. So if you want to have mental clarity, what they suggest is you have a brain dump. So what a brain dump is basically being productive on things that need to be done. Spend some out time. And what I mean by out time is outside time. And if you can't get outside, then let your mind wander in the deep world of meditation. I'm not too sure what I missed. Oh, that is sweet, morbid, but still sweet. I'm not sure what I meant. All right. So, if you're physically wanting to have acuity, clarity, they suggest that you stretch, that you do like stair workouts. Have you ever done those, or hill workouts where you go up and down the hill? They also say have a light breakfast can help, and then a short walk. Have you done any of these things? They say one of the worst things you can do is have a heavy breakfast. And yet, when we were kids, they always said, oh, breakfast is the best meal. They're saying that for acuity, the best thing you can do in the morning is drink water. Drink lots of water because your brain is dehydrated. What do you do for your intellectual health? Do you do affirmations? Do you go into deep thought? Do you start doing things like decluttering your brain? That can be tough. That can stress you out more than I think than anything. Many people do this though, the emotional part of declutter of the brain, or renewal if you want to call it that. Journaling, chatting with someone you love who is empathetic, exercising, and take a day to reflect. And I think sometimes when people pass, we spend more time reflecting. Yes. One of my teachers, Rick, said that Michael, don't go out there to save someone if they drown you as well. It's not worth it. You have to figure it out. Edward, I sent you an invite if you would like to come up. Good afternoon, everyone in your broadcast. Well, Edward's here. Let's shine some light, love, nurturance on this man tonight. Now, tonight also, Rick Costa will be broadcasting, I believe, at 6 Eastern, and he does that every day. And he's done it for 6 years. This year, went every day except for one day. I took a mental health day last Sunday. But my goal, and again, we're talking about goals. I really wanted to have 300 broadcasts last year, and I'm going to have well over 600. So if you occasionally need to take a break to replenish your well, you do that. Anne is now in the waiting room. That's the other thing you got to be careful of too, is be aware of your waiting room. Don't make people wait in there forever. Hello.
Hello.
You've got to do
You've got to do
your de echo
your de echo
in the settings on your
in the
microphone.
settings on your microphone.
She'll do it.
Echo.
She'll do it. Yeah. So if you look at your microphone setting, you'll see these.
On.
And it says, so right now you need echo cancellation or headphones. One or the other.
I think
How is it now? It's good. No, it's not.
You want me to take the echo off?
No, you have to put on the echo cancellation.
Yeah, that's
And that
on.
should and it's not working. That's weird.
Right, I'll find my headphones. Hang on.
All right. Do that. Now, most times it will cancel it out. But the other thing too, I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you play with the settings, it will actually make the picture spin. So if she was to play with the settings, her picture would go to the top. Yes. Warrior Grandma's leaving. That's him. Don't say anything. He can't see my comments. Okay. She's talking about somebody there. Are you on your... Oh yeah, okay. On your laptop or are you on your phone?
Mobile.
Mobile.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
I've not really... I don't know if my laptop will work.
You should try it sometime.
I'll try one day.
Yeah.
I don't know why they always get tangled up, headphones, but they do.
They do. They're like life. They're challenging. You have to untangle things sometimes.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the Okay.
That better?
All right. It stopped. Ta-da!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I highly suggest to everybody, if you can, wear headphones. I always do.
Heard that.
Yeah. It just makes things so much easier for the broadcast.
I thought,
so I'm really curious to know what your emotions are around Happs, because the majority of the people I've talked to right now are not very happy. And yet you're thriving in this new format.
I don't know if I'm thriving, but I'm just trying to just stick with it and see what happens in the future, because some of the old things that we had before are coming back.
Yes, they are.
In the future, but there's no time limit on it.
Agreed.
So
yeah. What do you like about the new format?
It's easier.
Explain.
Way, I think. Well, for going live, you just I used to just use the mobile phone when I go live. Mm-hmm. I just find it easier when you go in. You just find the source you want to send it to, disable the ones you don't want to, and I mean you could do that before as well. I just find this easier than before, in some way.
I think you're the only person who said that. And that I've talked to at all. I personally think it's a lot leaner. The picture quality is excellent. If you're a person who does cooking broadcasts, they seem to be really pushing those right now. And I think they're streaming them really through Reddit, which means you're going to have days you're going to get great numbers.
I do, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you stream it through Reddit?
I asked Papa about it, and he set it up. You can't do it yourself. You have to ask the Happs team to do it.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because if you're going to generate really good numbers, you got to get in there. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. When I started on Reddit, because I've seen a few categories being streamed from Happs to Reddit, and it was usually just it was the travel and news.
Yeah,
So
and
I
music.
emailed Papa about it, asked what do you have to do to get shown on Reddit, and he
Yeah.
says, well, at the moment it was just the travel and the news, but they were thinking of adding more categories, and they
Well,
would
I
try
think
with
they're doing
cooking. And
cooking.
yeah,
I
they are
do.
now, because he said, would you like to try with the cooking? I said, yeah, why not? That's why I emailed you. So obviously, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
See,
that's
and
how I'm streaming to Reddit.
that's huge though, that audience.
So
There's millions of
yeah,
people on that.
sometimes it can. Sometimes it's really good, and other days it's all right. I mean, but I'm not really. I mean, doing my cooking for the views or the awards, anything. I just do it for the fun and the interacting with other people.
I think
We
the
got
numbers
to be
help
nice
though.
chat.
I would love to see you build your brand, and it would be wonderful to have you, on your own
It
show
would be nice.
type
Only
of
see all the
thing.
comments. I'm sorry, people.
Yeah. Speak
Yeah,
away to them. Say
I
hello
mean,
to them.
it would be nice to reach a louder group, but I've got a nice, solid group that always comes in and have a chat when I'm on, which is really nice.
There's more
So
trolls on there, and they're vicious on
on
Reddit.
Reddit,
I've
yes,
noticed
yeah,
that. They can be really nasty.
true. Um, I have to say that I'm lucky that I have not had so
Too
many
many.
bad trolls. Not that I've noticed anyway, but I don't always read all the comments when I'm cooking because I'm cooking, and
Yes.
also
That might be
if
a
it's
blessing.
something I don't probably, but also I just tend to ignore things that I don't know what did they mean with that or what was they saying. But with the Reddit, they're quite often interacting amongst themselves. So if you see a comment and you think it's directed at you, it could be directed at someone that's on
Yes.
Reddit. So I discovered that because I was kind of replying to someone. I thought, wait a minute, that wasn't me he's talking to. So I don't always reply to the Reddit people in
Hi,
the comments.
Walt. Walt's talking to us from Twitch. I love that we're seeing the
Hi,
comments
Walt.
from Twitch, because for a while there we weren't. And I don't think you
Yeah.
can see comments from Twitter at all. Is that true? Does anybody know? I don't think you can see. That would be awesome, especially for
No, I
me.
don't think you.
If I could have
Yeah,
interaction with the people on Twitter, that'd be amazing.
I don't read. I don't know.
Yeah. So what do you see for
That
yourself
would be
in
good to know because we've
2022?
got a lot of followers on Twitter.
What are some of the goals?
For some of my goals, what is well, work-wise, I think that's going to be changes from April because I'm getting a new boss, so
Ah.
that's going to be changing. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it will be a lot busier than we are at the moment, so we get more, maybe get another nurse or dentist or someone in. Family wise, I don't know. I'm hoping to go to New York for the summer, but with the COVID cases rising all over the
Yeah.
world again, I don't know if that's going to happen. Um,
So what's in New York? What is the drawing card to New York? Besides, New York
well,
is a draw in itself, but I have a feeling there's.
yeah, no, my daughter and I, well, and also my son, we got
Mm-hmm.
tickets for a concert in Madison Square Gardens,
Yes.
which was supposed to be this year but got cancelled, so it's now next year instead.
Now, are the flights
So
to New
that's
York
been
expensive?
they can they can be, but if you're lucky and get them at a good time, you can get them for a good price as well.
Yeah,
So I'm saving up for next year's holiday.
that's good.
I'm trying to anyway.
Yeah, see, I agree with Rick.
But
I've
I don't
seen
really have
Twitch and
goals
YouTube
as such.
comments,
I
but I've
just
never
take
seen
one
anything
day.
from Twitter. And if we could have that, that could really help traffic. Because Twitter's a
True.
monster. It's huge. Facebook is a weird one.
Yeah.
Does anybody get Facebook comments? Do you guys get that? I rarely see that.
I don't stream to Facebook. I'm connected, but I always
Well, you
turn
would
it
do
off.
phenomenal on Instagram. Like, I think that could be your jam. Once they have this and you can link it, I think you'll do phenomenal on
Well,
there
they're
because there's,
testing Instagram at the moment,
yeah, I
so
can't see it being that much different than Facebook. They're under the same umbrella.
yeah, I don't know. I've never gone live on Instagram, so I don't know how that works.
You should. I
But
think they would love you because there's so many foodies on there that
that's
love
true.
food. And a lot of foodies like food more than they like people. you know, like
So
they're very
what was
passionate
it
about their
I said?
food, especially on Instagram. Rick says
Yeah, I
he's
do
about an
follow.
hour's drive from New York. I
All
think you
right,
should
okay, that's
do
good to know.
start doing broadcast on,
But
like, can you do dishes within 20 minutes? I don't even know what the time limit is on Facebook. And
um,
Facebook I
yeah,
think is an
yeah,
hour
you
and a
can do.
half,
I mean,
and I think Instagram is less.
if yeah, if you're well prepared, you can do a meal in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
Well, a
not
lot of
something
cooking
really
shows
easy.
have to do that because they're not going to be on there for an hour. And they constantly say, I
Yeah,
did this, I did this, I did this, and they throw it together. Right?
that's true. I mean, I've started to weigh almost. I mean, if I'm really well prepared for a cooking show, I have almost all the ingredients weighed off and ready to just put them in the
Yeah.
bowl and in the saucepan because it does take time to weigh everything off, and then also having to have a look at the comments
Hi,
and
Edward.
do
Did
the
you have problems
cooking
getting
work.
up? Edward's with us right now as well. Can you hear us?
What's got a good one?
Beans on toast, 5 minutes. I think you got a winner there, buddy.
If you add the eggs, it might be 10 minutes, Walt. Oh, it even says it's got your poor sick. I didn't. I had not noticed that before. It says poor signal on some broadcasts.
So Edward, we see you, but we don't hear you. And Edward's been
Can
having
you hear me?
problems getting. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. But you know what I found in the before is when I re-invited you before, it just screwed up the whole broadcast.
Really?
I'm better to stick with one invite. It's pretty finicky. It's not like the old Haps.
Not like the old Haps. Okay. For
Yeah.
some reason, it says that you're not yet live on your invitation, even though it's current.
Yeah, I feel live and I'm pretty sure Anne is live. She looks like Anne. I'm pretty sure that she's there.
I'm
And I
alive.
think and I think Walt is in the comments, and I think he's live because he talked about beans and toast. No, they're having some issues. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but well, you.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
it's
can drop down if it
algorithms.
makes it easier for Edward to come up. I don't
No,
mind.
and don't. No, no, and you're much more
Okay,
pleasant to look at. Trust me.
thank you.
The beauty factor.
Like,
Mm.
yes,
Yes.
I like Michael. Go ahead. How are you?
Yeah, he's seen my old mug for, too much. Yeah.
How are you
I'm
doing, Ann?
excited
Can
for
you hear
you
me?
though. They
I'm
now
very well, thank you, Edward. I'm fine, thanks.
I'm sorry, Michael. Go ahead.
no, you go, brother. Go.
Well, right now it's kind of a delay. Still a delay even in comments when I'm speaking, right? Or is it real time?
I don't know. I don't know. You look like the real Edward to me, when except when you're pixelated. I think it's really you. If it isn't, it's an incredible robot.
Uh, well, I was a pretty incredible robot.
Yeah.
But Ann, how is the weather? How has things been? And I've listened a little bit in, and you are doing well on the platform, and I like that.
Thank you, thank you. I do try my best. Weather-wise, it's been really cold and windy lately, and last week we had snow, but as most of it has disappeared again. They do say we're going to have more snow on Sunday, but we will see. But it's very cold. But
So
other than
when you
that,
say
I'm
cold,
okay.
give us a temperature.
Well,
And
it's
you do Fahrenheit, right? You're Fahrenheit, not
no,
Celsius.
I do
Oh, good. Yeah,
Celsius.
I know we do Celsius as well. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, today has been about 2 degrees, so it's not been cold, cold. But yesterday, because it was really windy, it felt like minus
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
It did say 1 degree
Thank you, Walt.
yesterday.
I appreciate the compliment, Walter. Good to see you.
You do look sharp.
I look
Yeah.
what,
So
Michael?
yeah. Yeah. I think the delay is only about 2 seconds, buddy. I think it's literally 2 seconds. That's not that bad. Hi, Tony D. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Rick, for being here. Thank you, Karen, for being
Hello,
here.
Tony.
Thank you, Walt, for being here.
Well, I read a paper headline that said that it was minus 61 in Russia. I don't remember where in Russia, but it said minus
Minus?
61.
Did you say minus
So
61?
third, I did.
Wow. So I think once it gets
Yeah, that's
past
gonna be a
minus
record,
50,
I
you
think.
can throw water up in the air and it crystallizes instantly. Have you
Probably,
seen
yeah.
that?
I haven't seen that. No.
No, the if it's minus 50, you can take warm water, throw it in the air, and it'll crystallize in the air.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like a
That's really
mist,
cool.
a frozen mist. So imagine the damage it could do to you if you're out there too long. It could freeze you quick.
It can. I mean, they showed a picture of a woman, and she had like ice on her upper lip
Yeah.
and her on her hat as well, and she was looking really. I mean, she didn't look cold, but I mean, she must have been really, really cold.
How was your walk today, Edward? Did you have a good walk?
Oh, oh yeah, very great. It was very nice. 43 degrees, but it was good. Got going.
Yeah.
It keeps you moving quicker.
Right now you're frozen. You oh no, you're back. You had this picture where you looked puzzled, but I find that we're seeing you, then you're kind of, yeah, it's stop and starting, but I think it's because you're driving.
No, I think that is like you said, they're troubleshooting
Yeah.
things, trying to get things right, and what they're doing.
Are you open to doing any cooking shows in the future yourself? Would you do anything cooking? Yes.
Me? Uh, yeah, I would do a cooking show if
Like
I
me?
had to. I could do shrimp. I could do shrimp scampi table side.
Yeah.
I could do steak Diane table side. I
Yeah.
can also do, if they like to do a dessert, bananas Foster
Yeah.
table side, or I could do a Caesar salad from scratch, just depending on what they
I
like.
like Caesar salads.
I think that would be great to see. You in a nice outfit making some grub. For your princess, your bride, your queen.
So you don't want me in my birthday suit? I probably get a bigger audience.
I think they'd be giving you tips to throw things back on, but yeah.
I will not comment on that one.
I will not comment on that
See,
one either.
Michael, look at you. That's
Look at
what
him. He's
that's what
just
I
you know what
do,
he's doing? He's
Michael.
throwing me
I
shade
just look
because I
at
do that
myself in
to
the
him all the
mirror.
time. Yeah, he's just giving it back to me. You know,
No, Michael, I just do that. Nah, that's not true. I'm just having a good time.
you
Life's
are
too
having a
short
good
not
time.
to have fun at it.
That's true. And I think we take life way
Yeah,
too
it is.
seriously. I really do. I think we take ourselves too seriously
I
too.
agree.
And I think that's why it's nice when you see someone like Anne who's so authentic and very like I don't feel like you ever put an air on. You are who you are. And you seem to shine when you're cooking. That there seems to be a bit more of the beast mode that comes out in you, which is good.
I just enjoy it,
Yeah.
and I'm I, I'm a- I'm actually a bit camera shy. So when the camera is not on me, I feel more confident. I've got more confidence
Ah.
when I'm just doing my
Walt's like
thing.
that. Walt's like that. Walt said that
Yeah.
he'd rather have the camera on the woods or
Mm.
his dog or some
Yeah.
background
Yeah.
than him. And then
Yeah.
he feels good moderating it. But if you're doing a task and you know you're doing something, you're very confident. Because you're doing a task. Yeah. We got to get Edward some beautiful headphones. That's what we got to do. There he is. There he is.
No, I have headphones. I
I
have
have.
headphones on.
Are they beautiful though?
I have headphones on. I just yeah, they're not beautiful. They're I can I use that? They're masculine.
Yes. Yeah. Would you ever wear glasses that have
So
diamonds on the side?
Rick said save it. No, not my style.
Not your style. Deepak Chopra does that. Do you guys know who that is? Deepak Chopra, the spiritual.
Yep.
He's written about, I don't know, 50 books or something. But his glasses have all these diamonds in the side, and they're real diamonds. And I always thought that's kind of bold, you know. Now I could
Yeah.
see Anne doing
It's
that. Anne
different.
could
It's
get
a
away
different.
with that. Lots of diamonds at the side, sparkling while she's cooking. That would work. Are you going to do a
Could maybe add
broadcast
a
in New
bit more
York
light.
while you're there? Are you going to show us the
Um,
sights and the sounds?
Maybe if we go. I mean, we've not booked anything at all because we don't know what's going to happen. Like for
Yes,
instance,
we
here,
don't.
all the
It's so true. You're right. We
When are,
don't know. And they change their
when
story every day on how
when are you visiting?
infectious this is. Go ahead, buddy.
June next year.
No, when is she visiting New York?
In
Next
June
June. Okay,
next,
good.
yeah, hopefully,
Excellent.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, we had to cancel our trip, my wife and I. We're supposed to be in New Zealand starting next week and going to Australia. We're supposed to be gone for 20 days. We're supposed to do 5 days in New Zealand, go to the Australia for a 10-day cruise, and we're going to come back and we're going to stay in the Queen City for 5 days. It's supposed to be 20 days, but we had to cancel again, second time. So,
Oh no, sorry to hear that. But yeah, that's just how it is at the moment.
oh,
But
don't.
we were supposed to
Yeah,
go
that's all it is.
July. We were supposed to go July this year, but it got cancelled, and then it got postponed to next June. So hopefully we will go next year.
Walt says The Lion King in New York, incredible show, was brilliant. Yeah. When are we going to see you doing a show on Happs again, Walt? That's hopefully with me. That's the next show I want to see, and I hope it's brilliant. There you go. He's kind of left the platform.
So, Michael, I didn't get, yeah, I didn't get my, and I'm going to also request from you.
Yeah.
My 58th birthday is December 23rd. It's coming
Yes.
up.
Yes.
And still haven't got my 30-second video of you saying, Edward, happy 58th birthday. I'm gonna
Okay.
have 58 of them. I'm gonna have 58 of them. I'm gonna put them on a loop.
Yes.
So then I'm
And
gonna
in
have
in 30 seconds, will I be able to profess my love in 30 seconds though? I don't know.
yeah, I
That
think
might
so.
that might be that might be tough, you know. Such
Probably
an
five.
outpouring. I don't want people crying while I'm on, like just, such a burst of joy, bliss, abundance. Okay, I'll see what
Yeah.
I can do. I,
Well,
I'll
can't.
I'll I'll tame it down. How about you, Anne? Are you going to
Well,
do a
just
30-second gratitude for the birth of the king of Haps here? I
A
think his
30
name is Edward.
second.
She goes, I can
I
do
don't do
10.
30 second, but I probably come up with something.
She goes, I got 10 seconds. I can give you 10.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah. You
12
know what? That's
tops.
okay. It's
12
30 second
tops.
max. 30 seconds max. 10. And if you just want to say
Okay,
happy
all right.
birthday,
I
Edward,
can do
or
that then.
happy
I can do
58th
that.
birthday, my email's in my bio, and just
Mm-hmm.
send it to my email. A little video clip. That's all. We're just.
Yes.
All
I
right.
think that we need to share a little bit of joy in
Yes.
2021, and everything doesn't have to be about what's going on in the world. Let's
Mm-hmm.
celebrate people's birthday. Let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate anniversaries. Let's celebrate what is good in life. That's all.
Yes. I would
I
agree.
agree.
So I think
Yeah.
she'll sign up for 12 seconds. You might be able to get up to 15 if you do a little ground. The whole 15 seconds. She'll
So
figure
Karen
it.
said should be 74. Should be
Yes.
74 January. So she needs 74 of them. Happy 74th birthday, Karen. So listen, the more you do that, listen, what happens is you begin a great process. So
Mm-hmm.
then, based on whatever your age is, you get that number of people doing it. Every year is a different group, a different number,
Yes.
different people. I think it's fun.
Well, 58 is a milestone, but 74 is that's really something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it. I like to make it to 74, Michael.
But think about it. How many broadcasters are 74 on Happs? There's not many. You have to be brave. You have to be brave to do it at 58. And you're at
Yeah, they're all.
32, right? 32
That's
years old?
true.
And it's 32. 32 for sure.
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, something
Well,
32
like
and
I,
holding. 30.
oh,
again.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Walt. Send it to my email. It'd be great because I want to put it in a loop. Hey,
Yeah.
Michael, I think that all the 74-year-olds are on TikTok.
That's my first thought. For sure. Not
Well, there's one
not
or
not
two
on
anyway, that's
Facebook.
for sure.
Do you know what the old people call Facebook? Bookface. I'm on Bookface. You are you? That good old Bookface.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Thank you,
love.
Walt. I appreciate it.
Are you on TikTok? Either one of you? Walt, are you on TikTok?
yeah,
I
No,
need to get on TikTok.
no.
I've got TikTok, but yeah, I do.
Do you never use it?
I've got a few videos, but mostly of food, of course, on there.
I need to get
But I've
my
not had it
daughter
for
to
long.
teach me how to use it. I'm lost. But I think it's the future. I think TikTok's the future. I think Instagram, if you can start doing your cooking shows on there. I've already told my dear friend here, I think his name was Edward, that he should go on and do 1 minute inspiration clips on Instagram every day. Every day. 1 minute. 1 minute of joy. And send it out to all the young people out there. All the 74-year-olds on Instagram and TikTok. He can.
There's two things I tell my daughter. IG, my
Yes.
daughter's 29, my son's 36.
Hmm.
I tell them IG
Yes.
is instant gratification,
Yes.
and TikTok has
Yes.
very little content that's going to change your life.
Yes.
It's true.
TikTok, you don't stop. All right. Yeah,
But
I won't
most
sing the
So
rest
I
of
let
that
people
song,
can
but
do.
be addictive.
Yes, and you know what?
yeah.
If you have people, mental health people, you have
Hmm.
psychologists and psychiatrists talking about the time that people are on these devices
Yes.
because they're instant. These 10-second, 15-second things are not building a foundation. So you got a lot of kids right now. There's an article
Yeah.
look up time.
Sensation junkies. That's
How
what
do
it
we help
is.
our children learn
Oh,
habits? Yeah.
Edward, you're breaking
So
up really bad.
thank you.
You good? Oh no, he's coming back.
Okay, that's good, Rick.
Edward,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I was
sound
changing
like the
towels.
aliens are coming to get you.
That's what they changing something.
Okay, he's back. Okay. Do you feel
I
any
think
different? I
Walt
Maybe they
feel
had
like
are.
his finger on the delete button.
Maybe they are, Michael.
I don't know. I think they were doing energy work on you
You
as
should
you
have.
went through that porthole. Oh, you're coming back now. I can hear it. All right, folks, I'm going to drop you both and I'm going to do a quick word and call it a day. Do you guys want to promote yourself before you go? Either go ahead and please promote yourself if you
Um,
will. I know you're
well, I
humble,
think
but let's pretend you're
everyone
not.
who's I don't know how to pretend I'm not. Oh my god. I don't know how to promote myself. Just join my broadcast and see for yourself who's cooking and cooking. Sometimes you go for some random recipes, but
I love what Rick put. He said the Martians are interfering with the broadcast.
that's
Oh,
true.
he's back. It really got wild there. You'll have to listen to it later, buddy. Check it out. We're not making this up.
It's nice to see you again, Walt.
So,
Okay,
Michael,
okay. I had to sorry, Edward. I had to remove him. It was just my ears were going. Edward, please don't take it personal. It was really bad. So
Let it go
yeah,
back a bit, yeah. Well, are you gonna drop me down as well, or will you just leave?
I wanted you to promote yourself. We couldn't hear a
Oh,
word. It was just it sounded like we were inside a pinball machine there for a second. Uh,
it's a bit going.
You don't want to promote yourself? No. I'll promote you then. Please follow.
No, I just there's a lot of
Still?
noise
Okay. I'll let you down.
for me. Yeah.
All right. Bye. That's too bad. I think it was she was hearing actually Edward's broadcast in the room, and that happens. So you'll be in the backstage, and it will. Let's see if we can boot her up. There we go. So sometimes when you're in the backstage, you can actually hear the other broadcasters. The person who is doing the broadcast can't hear it. So I think she was hearing the distortion, the static that you were hearing earlier. And flush. Yes. Yes. Ash, are you available to come up for a minute? We would love to talk to you for a few minutes if you're available. Yes. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll. So it's funny because when they first had this app, we weren't getting any sound. Thank you for being here, Anne. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And continued success on Happs. I believe great things happen to great people. And that I think that's what's happening with you, which is fantastic. And I hope they continue. I hope they start to promote maybe some spiritual ones if we stay on the spiritual path. All right. So we have Ash here with us. All right. And thank you so much for the award, Anne. I appreciate that. Hi, Ash. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Did you have a client today? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, I was in a chat with them, so I couldn't go live or they know I was live.
Yeah, no, that would be rude. That would be very rude. So I want to ask you a couple questions here. I have this chart in front of me right now,
Sure.
and it talks about the benefits of mentally unplugging. Like what kind of things do you do to just step away from society, social media? I think Edward was kind of tapping into it that we live in a society now, the Instagrammers, where everything is, sensation based for 10 seconds,
hmm
15 seconds, 30
I,
seconds.
I totally agree. Like, I find TikTok, I know it has like wonderful things about it, I'm sure. I just find I don't know, it just feels like there's no attention span. It's
Right.
people don't take the time to actually sit down and listen to what people have to say. And when I've tried to do lives on there, I feel like I can't get out what I want to say because, I just have to sort of half ass it because I can't
Hmm.
really express what I want to. But I
I,
know for me, like I like to go away to my dad's. My dad lives in the country and
yeah.
I leave my phone at home when I go and it just feels just hang out in the woods and it feels amazing.
How do you deal? Because right now, and I think you know this,
Mhm.
this is the highest suicide rates right now, this month and next month for
Mhm.
people. A lot of it is they're just overwhelmed, and I've even noticed some sad eyes. I'll call it that. You can see when you see people on, you can see the sad eyes or stressed out or not present.
Yeah.
You
I
know
think
what?
I think a lot of people that's a good thing you said where you said people aren't present. And I think that's what's going to bring more people peace is when they can be in the moment and actually sort of step away from all the mental turmoil. And they
Hmm.
say when you go to work leave your home life at the door and vice versa, but I think we need to do that at all times in a sense. Focus on what we're actually doing and appreciate it because I feel like we're always living for other moments instead of living at
Yeah.
that current time.
I think you also have to be a cheerleader for yourself too. And I don't mean narcissistic, like I'm here, not that, but many people are very down and have a rough time. We have James here with us. Good old James. Here he comes. It's never a dull moment with James. There we go. And James, no fiddling with the adjustment, please. And buy and with all the money you have that you spend on soap, please buy some headphones.
I was gonna say, are we soap shopping today?
Yeah. Buy some nice headphones for us, please. For the sake of God.
I have some headphones. I have a bunch of headphones all over the place, actually.
I know, but I'd love you to buy some Beats or something. Some really good ones.
I have Beats. I got Beats.
Yeah. I've got some turnips. I've got some squash. I got some.
Touche,
Yeah.
my friend. Touche.
Yeah. So we're talking about right now depression.
What's up?
We're talking about depression at this time of the year and people being overamped with certain social media things like Instagram and TikTok and so.
Well, it's all supposed to be for enjoyment. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be something that we like. And if you're not having fun or you're feeling stressed, then step away from it. Or like a lot of places have it where you can set the type of content you want to see. So if someone doesn't make you feel good, unfollow them. It's not anything against them. It just may not be good for you health wise. And we're not living life just for other people. Our health has to be considered too. So to me, if I'm not enjoying it, like say for instance, Facebook, if I go on there to work on my page or something and I don't want to deal with all the other people's stuff, I just don't look at it. I just focus on what I want to focus on. Oh,
fortunately, YouTube makes so I'm here.
I love what Anne's saying right now. Have you ever considered inviting strangers for Christmas? People who are lonely and have no one to spend Christmas with. For me, I think just even dealing with my own family, I think is enough of a challenge, right? At least it was throughout my life, Never trust a man with shades and a bald head. That's that. I feel like we're watching a very B movie.
What was that?
There he is. He walks through the street. He seems calm, mild-mannered, but really an assassin. There he is. Oh, is he getting dog food or something? What does he get? Oh, something. What is that, a craft store? That is a weird. Yes. Get it on, bang a gong. There you go. He's having fun. What is that store? It's unique.
Ooh, oh, I am.
He's frozen on my end.
Here we go. This is what I came for.
Oh, that's
I need some stuff to hang stuff.
Yeah. Some hooks.
All right. I need some of these.
Yeah.
I need. Which ones do I want? I wish I had the bigger boxes. They don't here.
Were you watching the broadcast earlier when they were beaming up Edward? It sounded like they were trying to do a mind melt on him in his car. I think we found the master race on the other shelf there. I think that's just a doll.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's good.
I've never asked Ash that. Do you believe that there is higher forms of consciousness in the universe besides us? I personally think we're on the low end of the totem pole.
We have proof of living organisms on other planets. So, I mean, I don't think it's quite like some of the researchers think it is, I think they've kind of taken it and ran with it in a way that's a little bit ridiculous, but I think like, I'm sure it's there and it's possible, but I don't think it's quite what we think it is nowadays. I think people have hyped it up too much.
How about the other theory that we're just hybrids, that they've been playing with our DNA for thousands of years, and that's part of the reason we've had such advancements in technology over the last 50 years?
It would explain a few things, some people's personalities, that's for sure.
Yeah. Do you find you're ultra sensitive to certain personalities that affects your energy?
I think I have a very low, not sensitive. I just think I have a very low tolerance for certain personalities because
Mm-hmm.
I don't have patience for BS. So if
Yeah,
I think
that's
that,
James, by the way. That's
yeah,
James. He's not. If I don't know if you can hear us, but
yeah,
James is the same. Yeah, he needs earbuds and earplugs. Yeah.
mine died. I need some more.
So we have earbuds and dog leashes in the same. That's interesting. I guess they fit, right? Take your dog for a walk. You need to. That kind of makes sense. So a low threshold to BS. That's what you're saying.
Can you
Well,
change that, Mike?
I don't expect
Yes.
everyone to have the same views as me or anything like that, but when I see people who are openly cruel or like
Mm-hmm.
openly defiant against people when when they could be more open-minded, even if it's not their beliefs is fine if it's not, but they can at
Yeah.
least show people respect for it. I have a low tolerance for that, like that. I just
Have you seen that on Happs? That kind of behavior?
a little bit, not
A little
too
bit.
bad, not as bad as like Periscope where it was like
Yeah.
people did it for like spare time fun, but I mean, I'm sure it's happened at least a couple times.
I've honestly seen a lot of people over the last 6 months soften, including James, where he is more open to sharing the spiritual sides of him.
Well, see, I just started coming around in the last 6 months or so,
Yeah.
probably even less than that. So I've been lucky. Ooh, Reese's.
Food.
Sweet tooth coffee. Coffee.
What is so if you were to name three foods that are foods that you shouldn't eat that you maybe are a little addicted to, what would they be? How about you, James? And anybody in the comments? Three foods that you're addicted
Hold on,
to.
I can't hear you yet.
You can't hear me? Okay, sorry.
Mine would probably be coffee.
Yeah.
Hello. Doing well. How are you?
Reese's Pieces,
No, just those three.
and poutine. I'm Canadian. I gotta do us
Yeah.
proud.
So where do you live in Canada?
I'm in Kingston area, so I'm like, do you know where Belleville is?
Yeah, of course. I was in Kingston not that long ago, like last summer.
Yep.
It's beautiful there.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
it's kind of like a small town, like outside of there, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So you live outside Kingston. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was shocked at how beautiful parts of Kingston were and how rough some parts were. It
I know.
was so it has some of the big city problems too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's getting bigger every year. Like it's a small city, but there's a lot happening, I feel like, in that city compared to other small ones.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. You too.
Well, I love the buildings there. Some of the buildings are really old.
Well, I used
And,
to live down by the pier
yeah,
and,
it's beautiful there.
or by the harbor, and like
Mm-hmm.
they have some of the most gorgeous buildings there, but it's also one of the cheaper places to live too. Because
All right, I can hear you better now.
Can you hear us better now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I turned the volume low because I didn't want you guys yapping in the store. That's rude.
No. Well, that's good. It's less embarrassing too.
I don't mind
We
sharing my conversation.
yeah. We were talking about
Do you
having
like
a
me hitting the
threshold
gong
for
though?
BS. Like
I hit
she
the
was saying
gong.
she has a low tolerance for BS from people.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Like ignorant
and
people. I just don't like ignorance. Like I'm
mhm.
okay if you don't know, you don't know. But once you know and you still continue the behavior, I have very low patience for that.
Right.
Rick says he's addicted to chocolate chip cookies. Then I decided to lose weight.
Did you see how big those
Anne
pieces
says she's addicted to Pepsi Max,
I used to
if you're
have a
including
bad Pepsi
drinks.
addiction, and then just one day all of a sudden I went to drink it. It tasted
Yeah.
like tin and syrup, and I couldn't drink it ever again.
were?
Oh,
stopped selling years ago.
if it has aspartame in it, I know. You can get. I'll even say this is diet. No, thank you. Yuck.
Oh yeah, you can taste it.
You
Ugh.
can taste the aspartame. You
Yeah.
can. I think if you're sensitive, you can.
Yeah, it's got a very like almost like a sweeter taste, but it almost tastes medicinally to me. I don't like it.
Well, but my body sometimes too. If I have too much sugar, which I don't do anymore, my body will go no, stop. Like I can actually sense I shouldn't eat anymore. It's not good. It's
I can
weird.
sense it. I don't always
Yeah,
listen.
you push on through.
I'm a trooper.
Yeah, push on through to the dark side. Yeah.
Michael, do you need a jump?
I do. Yeah. So when did you know that you wanted to be on your fitness uh,
I've actually been,
voyage?
I've been,
5 years?
no, I've been athletic and wanting to be fit
Mm-hmm.
much my whole life, especially when I was around 12 years old.
Yeah.
I told my parents, I said, all I want for Christmas is a weight bench.
Yeah. No, but I noticed in that one video though, you look like a chunkier version of yourself. So
I was still fit though. I was a little heavier, but I was still fit. And it was freezing and it was winter, and I was in Colorado at about 10,000 altitude.
so that makes your head look bigger. Is that what you're saying?
I was
Okay.
swollen.
Yeah, I don't believe any
Especially
of
the
that.
second day, though. When I hiked up to about 13. I think I was at 13,000,
Yeah.
almost 14,000 feet.
That was a good video,
You
actually.
look so different in that video to me that I didn't even know who you were. And even your energy now is different than that person. You seem
Yeah.
like more in tune than you were there.
Oh
I
yeah.
think you kind of know who you are better now.
Oh, absolutely.
I think what he was doing too at
I,
that
I
moment.
I
We're talking about.
remember myself more. I'll say it that way.
I think the fact that he was going to. Are you talking about the video where he was spreading his dad's ass?
Yes,
Yeah,
that
like
was intense.
I think that alone kind of upped the energy for how he was feeling, anyways, in that moment. You know what I mean? That would make it stressful in and of itself.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to be such a hike. The first lift, I was expecting to get right on the lift at the base, you
Right.
know. And it's like, oh, it's not open for another 45 minutes. So I'm like, and I was time crunched. So I was like, I'm gonna have to hike up. I'm
But
like,
you
all
found a
right.
way. But you found a way, right? Maybe you needed to go through that. Do you feel the pain of others, Ash?
Sometimes it depends on the person and whether or not I'm open to it. Like if someone I care about, I think we all do. But
Yeah.
weirdly enough, if it's someone who's recently, like, I did a reading about a week ago on a woman who had lost her cat, and that actually affected me more than the person I'd read before who was talking about losing a family member. And I think it's just, I don't know, some things just hit home with me in different
Mm-hmm.
ways, and that, like, I was like, whoa, like doing this because I almost lost it.
Yeah. So you feel the waves of pain, right?
Yeah. I think it depends on the person too, right? And how they're, how soon it's been, and whether or not, you can resonate with their loss too.
So the heaviest energy I ever felt of sadness and stuff like that is I went to I went to this funeral, and
Yeah.
it was for a baby. It was yeah, well it was I think it was 2 years old. 2 years old.
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
that
And
was me.
there was a line to get into the door because it was in a small town. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was outside, and I remember I was with my wife, and I remember as soon as I crossed the threshold of the door, I felt it hit me like,
Yeah. What was it
and I was,
heavy?
oh my god, yes.
Like
Yeah.
describe the energy, James. Was it
If I had
heavy?
hair, if I had hair, it would have been like flowing
It
back.
would have been flowing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was
I hope
so
in the
heavy.
next life you have lots of it and it's free flowing like David Lee Roth,
Fabio,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. And you can jump. Right. With tights on.
Do you know that this morning I woke up?
Yes. Yeah.
I woke up around almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I and when I woke up, and I felt completely awake, completely energized, not groggy at all. So I was like, "It is Friday." I'm like, "All right, whatever. I'm gonna get up." So I got up,
Yeah.
and I upstairs, and I started taking my supplements, and I did my pre-workout drink, and I went and I switched my clothes, and I went into the basement. I started the music and the whatever, blah blah blah. But I had to do it subtle because I had people still sleeping. And as soon as I went and hit
Right.
the go live, it was
Yeah.
3:33. So I started my
Oh my
workout, and I
God.
didn't plan it.
Yeah.
And then, so it was 3:33.
That's
I started,
amazing.
and I was
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do a subtle yoga workout. So I did it for almost two
Yeah.
hours. Then I took a break, walked my dogs, got my son up, blah blah blah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a bonus round. And then I did a more loud, which you guys are accustomed to, high energy
Yep.
workout for another half an hour. And then I got on my day. So I worked out
Did
twice this morning for 3 hours.
Good for
Whew,
you. Good
two and
for
a half
you.
hours.
So Ash, when you see the number 333,
Michael's
what
funny.
what
I'm
is
like,
what is that?
Well,
James,
3
be,
is
be
considered like a power number because it's a division of the number 9, and
yeah.
anything that's multiplied by 9, like say 9 by 7, or say 9 plus 7 is 16, 6
Mhm.
plus 1 is 7. Like it always comes back to the same number. So I don't know. To me, I think it's sort of like to me, I think it speaks to the energy that he has. I don't really go so much with the angel numbers thing. I think it can be unique to each person. Like when I see the number 7, that's my life path, or I see the number
Yeah.
9, it reminds me of my friend who's their life path. So I think it's different to each one, but I think to him it could speak to that ramp up energy, like 3 times 3. It just
Well,
keeps,
he's definitely ramped up.
yeah,
Also, when
I want to
second,
read something, James. James.
like 3 times the self.
James, just give me a moment here, okay? And then I'll let you jump in. So this is narcissists and boundaries. I know you'll like this
I
subject.
did this one like a month ago.
Ghost you when you dare to confront them.
The ghost you when you dare to confront them.
Yes, they basically won't talk to you anymore if you confront them on
Oh
what
yeah,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Because you're calling them on their BS. Yeah.
Yes. Anybody wants to jump in the comments, do this. Use the silent treatment against you. And there's light narcissists. There's not full on. We see a lot of it on Happs. Let's be real.
Oh yeah,
We,
the where they make snarky little. It's like
yeah,
the, what is it? The pacifist
yeah,
narcissist.
Passive
That's been a new one for me because I'm used to the
yeah.
right in your face. These ones are a little bit sneakier.
yeah.
Well, here's the one that I think is so true
I
on
do like
social media.
eyebrow insults though. Just saying.
Play the victim to avoid responsibility.
Ooh,
That's kind of
Play.
borderline.
Yeah.
that's a little deceiving.
I see that a lot where
Yeah.
they're the victim and yet, they'll go on and on. They're the victim, but they're not the victim.
Well, a lot of times they don't want you to do better than them, but heaven forbid they not be the victim, right? So,
Right. Exactly.
Um, Act in a passive aggressive way. I'm guilty of that.
see, I
I
didn't notice you do that. See, I think you're blunt, so I don't know. So, but I like that because I don't like the little underhanded. It's funny, like it's different when it's a friend and you're bugging them, but
yeah.
like, or someone you really don't like and you
I,
want to pick
He
at them,
does it
be
to
like,
Colin a
I feel
lot.
like I just got zunged right in the head there. That was beautiful.
but
It's
it was,
just energetically.
It's like,
I appreciate that though. I don't like the whole sneaky
I think we
thing.
had a TikTok moment there, by the way. I think that right there, that little 30-second blip.
Oh
Oh
shit.
my God, that was awesome. The next one is take your words out of context.
oh yeah,
Yep.
that happens a lot.
They skew things. Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you have to show your face and you have to see people's.
Oh, Jesus, man. You just stop.
When you not text, you gotta actually talk to people.
But
because-
it is true though, when you can see someone face to face, it
And
Let's
makes
all do it
a whole lot.
together. Everybody, let's stir the pot. And then you add a little sarcasm and BS, and
Oh,
it's scrumptious.
a little bit of Reese's Pieces there.
Yes. Twist your words. I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And or completely miss the point on purpose.
Yeah, like they're not even willing to see it. Like
Yeah,
here,
or they won't. They'll basically go next,
Yep.
next,
Pass.
pass. Yes.
I've probably done that
We're
before.
gonna
Where I've
put a
been like,
pin
no,
in
I
that.
don't want to hear
Put a
it.
pin in that and come back to it.
If I think someone's being like that needy kind of underlying pacifist thing, that automatically I'm like, nope, I have no interest in it. I'm like, nope, if you can't just say it, get it in my face. I
You
can.
know, the things that make me cry most is when I see moments in a movie or I see someone on air and they lose their shit because they're overwhelmed by the moment, and you can feel the energy, and you're like, oh wow, that's like the dam broke, and you see the dam break in front of you. Those are the things that'll get me. That's where the tear starts coming out, where someone tries desperately to hide their emotions but can't do it.
Yeah, that's when I shut it off, because I've done that a couple times where I can feel it coming,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, no, I'm doing this, and I just gotta get off.
If you can develop the art of breathing techniques, you can usually fend off the tears. Usually, as key word.
Yeah.
See, I
When
can't.
I think of you and breathing, I also think of you and toys.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, which you also said that was not a sex shop. That was
what's it? You don't have
you
to
must
be.
have had 19 people go. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Hold on, Ash. Do
Yeah.
you have a Lover's Lane by you, or do you know what that store is?
No,
No, we're in Canada. We have
no,
no love. We
be a
have no
sex shop.
lane.
adult stores.
Yes, very adult.
No, because there's adult stores that are like adult stores, and then there's that store.
Oh, I
Okay,
see
you know
what
what?
you're saying. I think what he's saying. It's light.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
light. It's a mid.
So it's still
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
it's an
You
introduction.
can use the word classy in adult store.
Classy.
Be a classier adult
Yes.
store version.
I would agree with that. When you see things vibrating on a counter, that's the first thing comes to my mind
classy.
is classy. Yeah, classy. Absolutely.
Well,
First
there's
thing.
some exercise equipment there. You know that some harnesses.
I would have just bit my drink out if I was him.
Yes, it's for my back, and my arm, and my
It's a
ear.
muscle stimulator.
Yeah,
Oh, it's time for the percolator. Let's play that
yeah.
track.
We can't play tracks anymore. You're
I
only.
can't. I play them every day.
Yeah, well, I know you do. You play them in the background. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not there.
yeah,
So listen, I'm going to end this. But I really appreciate you both being on. This is wonderful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Um,
It's good to see you, Ash. I haven't seen you in a little bit.
you do.
James, have you been on less?
I'm on every day.
Yeah, me too. Not as much as I was though.
I'm actually on more because I've noticed less broadcasters. So now I'm just like going on
Yeah,
randomly just to kind of say hey,
stir the pot.
and then more, and then like maybe I'll fill the box up and we'll just have a discussion about
Yeah.
miscellaneous stuff, whatever.
I think that was one of my favorite moments this week is when I got sucker punched and didn't see it coming. That was phenomenal.